Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing more of the same, but it's a bit of a rant about how broken this guy is. Anyways, you'll see. I'm just kind of upset about the state of the game. I'll get more into it during the games. Anyways, catch you all in the first match of the video. First match here going to be against Hung Daddy. I'm going to go this strategy that I always go on this map, Sentai with sub, farm, and bomb.
Ready to fly.
So, in the last few videos, I've shown how to be more aggressive, I showed how to be more passive. In this video, I'm just gonna do whatever it takes to win, back to the same old sweaty gameplay of winning at any opportunity I have. If I have to go late, I'll go late. If I have an opportunity early on, oh, whoops. While I was talking, I messed up my eco. Unfortunate. Looks like they're also going bomb, which is interesting. So as I was saying, I'm just going to take whatever opportunity I can to build an advantage, and if that involves killing my opponent, then so be it. Get my Sentai down here. Very unfortunate that I didn't get around one. Usually I don't mess up my eco, but commentating is a little bit distracting. They're definitely going to have quite a few leaks on their side. Get the cluster up though, so they'll be fine. Yeah, so I should be able to get my farm down here on round 3 pretty early on. Something a bunch of you were asking about, I think, was how do I always have the perfect amount left over? And it's not that I have such an immense flowchart that like I know what I'm gonna do every single match on every single round, but in my head I just calculate how much eco I'm gonna get if I send one more balloon and how much money I'll have after the eco boost. So that's how I'm able to narrowly afford things. Also, I did just make a mistake there. If you buy a farm upgrade near the end of the round, you will actually end up canceling out your banana. So I got one less banana there than I should have. Yeah. So if you buy an upgrade during the middle of the round at the right time, you can get extra bananas, but sometimes it's a bit of a risk because it can also give you less bananas. But anyways, we still have a huge farm advantage. They haven't got a single farm down, and if they're not running farm with bomb shooter, like, what are you even doing? What's the point of running bomb shooter if you're not going to have farm? I'm expecting black balloons here. Use my ability here. Yeah. On this map, it is actually possible to defend with just the 0-1-1 sub, but airburst, anti-stall is better, and also is just going to be a little more consistent. And because you have to get a little lucky for your Sentai Churchill and sub to defend without airburst. So, yeah. My farms are going to be pretty behind with what they usually would be this game, but they don't have any farms at all, and they've also not been grouped ecoing, so I think I'll be alright. Get my plantation down here at the end of round 8, much later than usual. Usually I get it around early round 7 to start of round 8. Or I should say late round 7 to start of round 8. But, or no. Early to late round 7, but I got it round 8. Sorry, where's our heart? I usually have a machine gun up here, but since I didn't have the machine gun there, I had a couple more problems than usual. Yeah, they're just gonna fizzle out and die here pretty early on because they have no farms and they haven't been properly ecoing. So their eco will be around the same as mine, but obviously they're not getting an extra 700 bucks a round from their farms. So I'm gonna force out camo here. Be ready if they do it too. No, they actually just pre-buy camo. So no need to force it. And in that case, They actually have a pretty sturdy defense, so I'm just going to buy a bank. Even though it's quite greedy here, I'm just going to end up buying that bank. Because I have my ability back now. And if I really need to, I can sell this plantation for armor-piercing darts. Yeah, they have 2 cluster bombs, which I could probably rush with some amount of ceramics or regrow something, but the amount of defense I can force versus the cost, it makes it just simply not worth sending anything. Yeah, they're going to send me a pretty hefty rush here. I could tell they were saving up for a while. I'm happy to bait out that rush, because that's just not going to force boost. I think their plan was, if they force my ability and my tower boost, then they can choke rush me on round 16, but I'm just not going to let that happen. Camo purples. Very desperate by them. Yeah, bit of a pathetic rush. Not really gonna help them out all that much. So, that being said, I've got my ability back, got a tower boost available, I can just eco and build more farms now. And going into the Moab rounds, they're probably gonna all out me at some point, but I can send them Moabs and that'll be a good amount of pressure. Bomb is actually pretty strong at dealing with the Moab layer, but struggles against the inside ceramics or fortified ceramics. Sorry for having my mic muted for a while there. Someone called me on the phone, so I just had to talk to them for a moment. Anyways, it's also, yeah, I wasn't paying much attention to the game there, but they're obviously very weak. I'm obviously very strong. Not much needs to be said about this game. For anyone who's been a viewer of my channel, you guys understand how I feel about facing players who are bad, like in the nicest way possible. This guy is shit at the game, so like I don't need to put in much effort. I don't need to pay much attention to the game. Like I have a Monkeynomics and more eco than him. Like actually, I don't have a Monkeynomics, so I'm just gonna buy this. Yeah, but he's not gonna defend this fortified BFB. He's just gonna die. And if I do some of these, like this will get his ability. This actually might just kill him. Straight up, this might kill him. Yeah, so that's game one. Not a very interesting game. I'll catch you all in the next game. Honestly, I don't like cutting out games, but I might start cutting out games like that where it's just not interesting. There's not really anything to say. I'm just clearly massively ahead of them. Like, you guys don't want to see me farming bots for 12 score. You want to see me facing someone who's going to send me rushes that might actually kill me. So, yeah. Comment down below, like, if you'd rather me cut out games like that where because of their loadout, I'm forced to sit around until the 20s and then they die to like air. If you want me to cut those games out, let me know in the comments and I'll try to have only games about a bit higher quality games. So I'll catch you all in the next match. Next match here going to be against the Predator. And it's going to be Snowpat. So, like I said before, I might end up cutting out this game. If this is in the video, then it's probably going to be a pretty good game. But Snowpat and bad players is generally a combination that leads to very boring games that last a very long time. So, if this ends up in the final cut, then stay in your seats. Hold on to your hat. I don't know. Anyways, it's going to be Ninja Snowpat. Yeah. I might just make an example of how, like, how easy it is to force round 30 with noob heroes like Snowpat and Etini. And, like, because this guy, respectfully, if you're starting with Ninja and you're running Snowpat, you are not a good player. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can learn, you can get better, but if you need Snowpat in order to live past round 11, then die round 11 and learn from how you did it and do better next time. Your strategy should not revolve around being so unfathomably unkillable that your opponent bores themselves to death. And that's the reason that good players don't play Snowpat, is because maybe you can have a high chance to win, but past round 30, that hero kind of falls off, and the ice and the Snowpat kind of fall off. So, if you want to be able to force round 30 with Snowpat, go crazy. But unless you have a really solid plan for what you're going to do once round 30 hits, maybe run Jericho, maybe run Adora. More aggressive heroes like that are like way more fun to play against. Way more fun to play with, in my opinion. Because, like, one thing, if you're unrushable, like, if you have your overpowered abilities and your overpowered hero and people are rushing you a lot, like, admittedly, that's pretty fun to get rushed and obliterate every rush easily. Like, it can be fun. Like, I have Sentai Churchill, that's kind of my thing. But if no one sends you any rushes, like, you kind of just fall asleep at the wheel, then they send you an unbeatable to you, like, maybe it's actually not too hard for a strong player to beat, but like if you don't know how to properly defend an F-Bad, they send you that, you have no chance of defending. That's just like boring for you because you're going to die to nothing, and boring for your opponent because their opponent made them go to round 30 for no reason and then died. Yeah, it looks like my Sentai's kind of throwing a little bit here. No, don't aim that direction, Sentai. Oh shoot, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble here, actually. Fortunately, I ran out of money. Get my Everest up. Yeah. My sub was positioned maybe like a pixel too high, so it wasn't really doing everything I needed to do. Fortunately, I can regulate with Sentai 3 here. Yeah, like, Flash Bomb and Ice, how am I going to rush this? The answer is I'm simply not going to. So, like, I have to play... Like, I'm not rushing this until round 18, and even then, like, this guy's going to probably pre-buy a whole Sticky Bomb. So I'm not going to rush that, and this guy's going to save up for a bunch of defense, like... So I'm forced automatically from their current setup basically to round 20. And that's just not fun and not engaging, so what's the point? Why do I have to do that? Anyways, geared towards round 10 bank here. Pretty solid. Get that round 10 bank. Yeah. And they're not going to punish because they're spending all their money on pre-buying defense. Looks like they are rushing me. I'll use my turbo damage here. White balloons are pretty threatening if unchecked. If they send camos, I'm ready with the camo sub. Don't know why they would though. More likely definitely to send it more black balloons and I'll just buy the AP. Like yeah. So at least this player did force out my defense, so good for them, but they already let me get a plantation in a bank round 10, so their win chances are almost 0%, because their eco is not good enough to justify me having all of this defense. I could have just bought my heat tip darts there, but my ass is greedy. So obviously, like, they're not going to rush me anymore because my AP darts is overpowered too, but at least this is like a $5,000 tower. And now they're stalling rounds too. Fortunately, my AP darts is doing a good job of anti-stalling, but yeah. It's just unfortunate. Having to go around 30 for nothing. It's a sad time. And they're green ecoing. This person's not even sending strong eco. They can't even afford full yellows yet. So they're unfathomably poor. And they're going to die to a single F-pad, probably. And by that time, I'm going to have a whole map of farms and all of my tier 5s on the map, so... Like, what does that tell you about this player? I think I will leave this game in the video. Because, like, you know, they did send me a little bit. Like, even though they pressured me, even though I had to buy defense, like... That doesn't change how massive my advantage is. Not even loadout. Like, if the loadouts were switched, I would be playing a million times better than them. I'll be doing, like, I think they're third as village, from what I can guess, but, like, yeah. It's just, this is not how you play this loadout, and this is not the loadout that you should be playing. Honestly, at this point, I'm gonna skip a little forward in this game and cut to when something interesting happens, so, yeah, I'll see you guys then. Yeah, I mean, like, they sent me 2 FZOMGs and a regular ZOMG. Sorry, I didn't even commentate over that because I low-key forgot this was even a match that I was recording. Yeah, it does nothing. That's a nothing rush. And I'll get my Banana Central up pretty quickly after this. Probably a little after... or as soon as I get this ability back, yeah. Yep, and then got that Banana Central. Time for round 28, which is a pretty quick round. Gonna have max farms pretty soon, yeah. So they tanked 500 eco there for me to buy 2 first strikes and a sub commander and use 1 tower boost. So that's basically a nothing force. And now their eco's 500 less. Every 6 seconds they're gonna have 500 less than they could, and that compounds with the sniper farm, so yeah. I'm just disappointed. And at this point, yeah, like, I'll cut to round 32, or whenever I decide to execute them. It's just... This is the state of the game, is that players of this caliber, with this amount of skill, hint, not a lot of skill, can easily just make me go all the way to round 32 for very little effort. Just because we happen to land on this map. Yeah, round 32 is here. Started with one FBAD. I'm going to do it. Last time I was on round 32, I just sent all of them at once. You don't want to send all your FBADs at once. You want to send them a lot more spaced. So I'm just going to do that this time. So yeah. Although they might literally die to one singular FBAD. Yeah, keep sending spaced. Tower boost. I'm not going to sell off any of my farms yet. They're selling all their sniper farms. They should do theoretically better against the second and third one than the first one because of the Seeking Shurikens. So I will spend a couple ZOMGs in between. So like Pierce cap that, I guess. Although I'm not sure. I think maybe Shinobi increases Pierce, but yeah. Cash out for 30k. Now I'll start like my actual rush. Yeah, as you can see, they're just getting absolutely bodied here. They are not dead to the first one, but as you can see, they're very clearly not defending all of these. Yeah. And now at this point, I'll just... Yeah, doesn't matter. So, I had to go round 35 against the Predator, who ended up going down super easily. That's just another disappointing example of the state of the game. I wish there were more good players. I wish there were more players that would not allow me to have that many farms, not allow me to send that big of a rush counter, so I have to defend their rush too while I'm rushing. And there are players like that, but they're so few and far between that like we don't keep each other sharp. We don't keep each other on our toes, so we all collectively get a little worse. Yeah. I'll try to find one more good opponent, hopefully, but if I can't, then this might be the end of the video. Either way, I will catch you all very soon. Alright, we got 51 aliens. This guy is a very strong player, although he is known for only ever playing one strategy, Ace Engineer Farm, on every map. Okay, I accidentally went BTN. I definitely meant to go Jericho here. But maybe that's fine. Yeah, I guess I'll try out something. Honestly, you know what? Yeah, I don't really know what to go. I'm just going to go the one BTN strat that I know is actually any good. Yeah, big misplay going BTN instead of Jericho. Probably going to cost me the game, but we'll do our best. Yeah, definitely going to be Ace Engineer Farm from them. Very unlucky. Yeah, I have no idea what to do with this strategy on this map. It's just pretty bad. This is not great. Yeah, I guess just rush cluster bomb as per usual, but it's gonna be rough. We gotta make the best of every situation. Still gonna do my best to win the game. This guy's actually, like, he's a strong player, but he's not that good. He mainly just relies on this strategy as, like, a bit of a crutch. So, this is one of the weaker maps for the strategy, so maybe I'll be able to sneak something by at some point. This bomb spot should be alright. Should do pretty well. Actually, no, it's terrible. Unfortunate. Still gonna try to get down a farm before getting any upgrades on my bomb. Maybe that'll work out for me. Get my bigger bombs here on the eco boost. Yeah, I have no idea. How come they didn't get any farms up? I guess they did send some, like, questionable eco. Oh yeah, this bomb spot is awful. Once I get my ability, I'm just going to use it and try to set my bomb to last. Oh, I also get rid of my banana there. Maybe this will do a little bit better on last than on first. Hopefully. Also certainly going to send... Not really. It's alright. At least I'm not leaking with the BTN attack. But if I set to making honey, then I'll start leaking. I'm just fine. I'll get... Before round, like, 10 or 11, you don't really get many lives from the making honey. So... Should be fine to just stick at 82 for a while. My opponent's going to be microing like a fiend. And yeah, I intend to keep on sending black balloons just to ensure that if they miss micro at all, then it'll cost them a bunch of lives. I'm honestly surprised that I'm outpacing them in farms. Did not expect for that at all. Yeah. Just being annoying. Black balloons are not really that optimal of eco right now, but they are very annoying into the ace. Zebras will be too. Like, I'd rather be ecoing white balloons or purple balloons, but... And they're also going to force a bit of defense on my side. I do want to force out a Sentry Expert as soon as possible, and I probably will be able to do that with just these zebras here. Yeah, they get a Sentry Expert. I will get up my bank now. Ready to buy camo if I need to. I assume they force camo. Yeah. Weirdly enough, actually just straight up rainbow balloons would be pretty deadly for me, right? Are we gonna try to force their camo? Nope. Didn't get anything. Unfortunate. Probably gonna end up using a tower boost here if they send me any sort of rerush. Nah. Alright, we're alright. They do have an emergency trap spot in the back, which I was thinking about keeping a spot for a potential spike factory in the back, but I feel like this is a fine enough spot. I don't need it all the way back there. Could be nice, but ultimately, like, if the balloons are getting back there anyways, like, I'm doing something wrong. I believe I got up my bank before them, so I should have that as a slight advantage. Yeah. Ace Engineer Farm is like, it's fun on the maps that like you're supposed to play it on, but when you force it on every map, it's just like you're suddenly a super boring player to go against, just like that one, the Darling Village Super Guy player. No one likes facing that guy, and now no one likes facing this person because there's no diversity. You already know what you're getting into. So, like, even if you can make it work, why? Why do that? I'm gonna send Moab. This might get level 3. That would be my goal. Okay, yeah. Force level double guns, that's more than $1,000 of a force, so I'll take it. They actually might have trouble popping this. Yeah, they force double guns twice. Force double guns 3 times, and they're still going to leak all 4 ceramics there. Send another Moab and a fortified Moab. This will get ability. They don't want to use ability. No, there it is. Yeah. Ability is just so strong against Moabs. Then 2 more. Operation Deathstorm won't be enough. They'll definitely need some sort of tower boost or something extra here. And honestly, at this point, the tower boost is quite late. Yeah. Is that them dead? Yeah. Like I said, they're a pretty okay player, but they're not that good. So they end up going down to just dumb stuff. Because, like, when you play only one strat, yeah. Not a super exciting game, but we did end up with the win. As you can see by the score, a little bit of a higher skill player, but yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm just disappointed by the state of players in Hall of Masters right now. My friend Ryan actually also has a Bloons YouTube channel, and they currently have way more subscribers than me. So subscribe so we can pass them ASAP. Thanks.